Got a different spark advance. And the old one I got, the other one's basically pieces together right there. This one had all this junk in it. This was in there, and then this little piece went in. And then it had this little clip, locks all this from moving around. Got this spring here that I found, sticking that in the bottom. Put the diaphragm back in, it's just like it came out. I hadn't touched it. That's basically where it sits normally. It's got this other spring. And this is how the top side basically sits. Just like that, with the spring on the top only. And all it did was advance timing that way. I took and ground this down. Knocked some off of it. I still wanted it there, so it'll stop it back here. Anyways, you got a spring on both sides. You still got the adjustment. You can push it back to make it where it won't retard timing as much. Test everything. Or clamp it all down. Set over in zero. Take my air hose, basically simulate and boost. Inside, you can push everything back to where it stops, even basically moves zero back. 15 degrees, which is 30 degrees, because the crank turns twice to your distributor turning once, so up to 30 degrees of retard now. The other one I made, it's only backing out about 10 actually, so this should solve the rod bending. Once I get it all back together, it should work. I don't know how much boost pressure it's going to take. In other words, it's not going to move pound for pound, I'm sure, but as long as it backs out the timing under boost, I should be good. I'm going to show y'all that before I put all this together. See you on the next clip. Well, put a little silicone between the back side and this. This on it, mason jar lid, put some clamps around, basically like that, except I had 5 of them to hold this to this to center it up. Make sure it don't move when I go to put this on, plus it seals it up a little better. This spring here, it's just a little stiffer than the one I put in the back. That way when you adjust this little piece, you adjust that, it puts more pressure on this spring. That way it moves the internals backwards eventually to hit the stop. So if the spring wasn't stronger than the back one, it just stopped basically right here. Well, it's always the fun part. Hopefully y'all can see it. Basically gotta squeeze it back together around the outside first. Getting there. This is what I used to open this can up with. It's Half Moon off a crankshaft. Keyway. Just stick it in there like that. Prise back on it. Just keep working your way around. Of course, it's easier with this off. You kind of see where I went around about 10 times. Just notched it a little bit where the pliers wouldn't keep popping off. But that's the extractor. Some brass grips once you get the edges all back squared up. And start to crimp it back down. Well, it's back together. That's the way this works. Just hook it on that lip. Put some pliers on it, or take a hammer and tap it, whatever. Be careful with it or you don't cave this in the process, but just keep working your way around. Peels this lip back. You can open it up. Seal back up. You got enough to back out 30 degrees and got 10 degrees advanced, so be 20, being the crank turns 720 degrees to one turn of the distributor. So whatever this does is twice as much at the crank. So 15 and 10, so it should be a lot more than what the other one does. Got a train coming. I'm gonna put this on and start the truck. The timing light and shoot some air to it and see how much it backs off. See you in the next clip.